Hey bitches, yo pal Brian, say hi Eric.
Hi, Eric.
It's a little windy out here. Actually, what I was hoping was, I think it's going to happen, is that the wind lets up as the sun starts to rise, and I can fly my quads. Eric's already flying his because he's got 37 motors and mass, and the battery he's got weighs as much as a car battery. But yeah, it looks like the wind's letting up a bit.
It's beautiful. That glider, I flew my glider at 25 miles an hour.
I'm just going to toss it this way, even though I should be tossing it into the wind.
Nice save.
The fuck?
Next time I'll throw it for you if you wish.
Well, I should have tossed it into the wind. That's about as near as I come to crashing it.
11.9 volts.
Wow, it just blends into the sky.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Like right there, I don't see the wings. There they are.
I'm gonna stay nice and low. That was a near bout.
Ryan, you want your chair out there?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. I'll sit with the FPV, but not with the airplane.
Look at the way it disappears, man. When you get a profile on that.
Yeah, Daddy don't like that.
But I gotta tell you, man, it makes the blood boil. I love it.
14 minutes.
Yeah, it's still a little windy up there.
Oh, that ain't nothing. That plane can handle so much more. Good plane. You're in the clouds.
Yeah, no shit.
Fuck, I took my eye off of it. I lost it for a second.
12 volts.
Yeah, I don't like flying in the clouds.
Nor do I.
It makes me too damn nervous. I did that with my T-28 once.
Yes.
I mean, the whole thing just disappeared.
Yeah, this thing may have to come down.
You're good at that height. It's just don't go no higher. So long as you can see it.
Well, she wants to climb in the wind, you
Oh,
know.
of course, she's a glider. That's what they do.
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. That bitch disappeared for a second. I'm fond of the little bastard.
13 minutes.
What a beautiful, beautiful plane to fly. And I tell you, I get these magazines, and they got these other gliders in there. What I probably will end up doing is taking and using this canopy and keeping the other one and gluing it properly, because I didn't glue this one right. And making this an FPV canopy. And then just install all the FPV gear in there, and you just snap it in and out.
I want to see this in FPV.
Yeah.
11.9
Because
volts.
if it grabbed me the way it grabbed me for the other, for
Yeah.
the Hex, I'm gonna be all over that.
Yeah, the problem
I just don't have spill money to throw at it.
Well, you just do it incrementally.
Yep.
I got a buddy in Australia right now, Jonesy, who is going to be hearing this, and he's just doing it incrementally. What he did is to see if he likes it. Is Hobby King has they have a really neat little oh shit, that is crazy blending with the sky.
12
Hobby
minutes.
King has a really neat cheap FPV setup for under $100
Did you
bucks
see the gimbal they came out
Yeah, I
with
saw that.
for
for the
Mobius?
Yeah, it's awesome.
The problem is I did a little bit of research, and they're saying that if you're just going to use that at the Mobius as a camera to film with, there's no issues. They didn't leave a cutout for you to plug into the outputs of the camera.
oh yeah.
So, you know, I was ready to pull the trigger and buy it and the Mobius.
11.7
And I was
volts.
disappointed when I saw that, because I do want to do FPV.
Yeah, somebody said something about that. Back to the thing that Jonesy's getting. He's buying his Bosscam stuff all together for under $100. Problem is, if you got glasses like you do, you're going to have to take a spare pair of glasses and glue into it or some crazy shit to make it work right.
Right.
But yeah, he's getting into and when he replaces the goggles, the gear is still good. So the point I'm making is you can actually get into FPV for under $100 and still have gear that you're going to be able to use that is beneficial.
Right, at a later time.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, the antennas you'll use, a receiver. Well, I'll tell you what, God was shining on me, because that thing should have crashed just a minute ago. I knew better than to toss it downwind, but I didn't want to be around our buddy mowing.
Well, you didn't have to throw it directly into the wind, but so long as it was catching the wind, you went like with the wind. And
Yeah, I
that's
think
like
they
the
call
no-no.
that dumbass.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if the wind would ease up if we get some sun, but
It'll burn off, but it's thick. It's very, very thick.
apparently it's only a couple 100 feet up too.
I love it.
I just found out.
Dude, the other day I was out here and I'm flying, and 3 buzzards start flying circles right along with my
Awesome.
glider, and it was so cool. I thought for sure, I kept saying to myself, oh God, please don't reach. Those things would tear it to shreds if they decided they wanted to.
Yeah, they're pretty laid back. They don't like
Well, I didn't hit the motor.
Yeah.
I just glided with them for as long as I possibly can, and I did for about 30 minutes, which was very cool. And then eventually I dropped out of the sky, but I was scared to hit the motor. I didn't want to startle them, you know? It was an awesome sight. I wish I had cameras.
we have an eagle over there on the lake where I live, and it came off, and I was able to follow it with a Mobius and the
Did you
icon.
get video?
Yeah, but you know what?
Lance is coming is directly behind you, so.
What ends up happening is that because we don't have Zoom, and boy, I've just saw Hobby King's offering these things with Zoom now. You know, you're just kind of bugged.
The Hobby King stuff even has head tracking.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I wish I was, just keep in mind we're filming, but I wish I was retired sometimes, and I'd just take over the mowing deal. Give me something to do structurally. This thing would look like a golf course.
Yeah.
But I'm not, and here's what sucks. It doesn't suck, but when I retire,
Right.
I'll be gone half a year anyway.
Yeah, you and your wife will be out camping and seeing the world.
In Wyoming and Montana. My buddy in Montana, I was giving her shit. She's like, oh, it's so beautiful up here, it's fall. And I'm like, yeah, but something's coming. I don't know what it is, but something's coming. It's winter. And she just allowed that they're going to be back home. They must have kept her home here, her and her new husband.
Okay.
She's a retired wildlife officer. They're coming home around Thanksgiving, so they smartly kept their home. Alrighty, this has skeeved me out enough. See if we can't bring her down.
You bring her out over those trees and bring her straight at you.
Well, I just don't, I'm not such a great pilot that I want to do it around cars.
Well, the idea would be to put it down like right inside the tall grass over here. Or, right outside of the tall grass. Whatever works for you.
Yeah, I'm not the fucking Eric who can drop it at his feet, you
Oh,
bastard.
it doesn't always work out that time. Sometimes I got to take a step or two out of the way.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm just happy to get it on the green space, and then that doesn't always happen.
You're not the only one, but the only way to get that to happen is to keep trying and trying and trying.
Yeah.
Just stay out of its way. Don't bring it directly at yourself.
Okay, sweetheart.
7 minutes.
Ooh, a little wind picking me up higher than what I like.
That's why I like those flaps.
Yeah,
I use them a lot.
Yeah, and
You're
I'm
not
lazy.
Supposed to. You're supposed to only use them on days where it's dead.
I'm
I
lazy.
use them on windy days, and I giggle because it drops like an elevator. I laid it right down in the grass. Absolutely perfect.
I'm lazy, and I ought to put flaps on here. I'm probably going to put them on the Icon.
Coming in hot.
11.
Got to go back up.
Nice. Damn. You just did that because the camera's there and you could. That was nice.
Well,
You had that last possible second. It was smooth.
yeah, and what happens is when it hits in friggin'
Yeah,
weeds.
you need to come just barely touching those weeds on the way out of them. Nice. Oh!
Throttle hold. 6 minutes.
See ya.
Good time.
Thank
Did
God.
you go across your whole leading edge with tape?
Nah.
See, you should.
I
It
know.
won't never leave a thing in it.
I know how to. I told you I'm terribly lazy.